It's okay. I'm streaming now. I'm harsh. Stream. I do need to post this in. Okay, okay. Can you all hear me all right? Can you hear me all right, chat? Awesome, thank you. Okay, so this stream is about playing through some more. Too loud? Okay, this stream is about playing through some more 1.0 contest levels. So I'm gonna adjust my volume here, just so I can be heard a little bit more. Okay. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to do this. I'm going to play through, because we got a lot we've not played through yet. I'm going to play through the oldest we've not played through. And then after that, the newest. We'll keep going oldest, newest, oldest, newest, till we get through a good chunk of them. So first on the docket is a really early entry called Frenzy Facility by Water and Lava Cat. Alright, so we're going to stick with this colors. This is one of the coolest themed levels back when contest first started, so let's take a look at it. It's definitely got some good thematic elements here. It's a bit on the simple side, but I do like the ideas that they have in this. This part's pretty cool. Yeah, a lot of cool designs and stuff that they decided to try out. I really like the squiggly line like wires here. I think that looks really cool. Gameplay's honestly pretty good as well. All the rotated stuff to look like it's cracking down is really nice. We got those funny bolt, or funky bolt spikes there. Yeah, this part's a little bit on the empty side, but that's alright. Yeah, plays pretty nicely, all things considered. Yeah, nice stuff. And that's their logo that they made, which is really nice. Yeah, this is a really old entry. This was like entry number 5 or 7 or something. So Yeah, that's Frenzy Facility by Water and Lava Cat. Give that one some support. It's nearly to 10 likes. Really good for a very early entry into the contest. Alright, let me highlight that as green, and then we'll move on to the next level. We're going to play the newest level we have not played yet on stream. Which, let's see, we played that one on stream. I think is Silhouette City by Penguin Meme King. So, yeah. Player color 29. Let's see if I can find that. Oh, that's 28. 22. 39. 44. Where's 29? 13. Gosh dang it, where is it? Any idea where 29 is? Oh, there we go. Orange. Duh. Alright, let's take a look at this one. I remember this one having some really good art, so. Yeah, look at that. That's incredible. The gameplay is not very forgiving. But it looks really, really cool. Yeah, I think with this part in particular, you probably wanted to put the dot blocks on the opposite side of the top clouds so that it would be a little easier to read. Ooh, and make sure we don't have stuff like that happen. Put some ground spikes up there. Really cool stars. Oh, those are really cool stars. I believe this was a collab, so I can definitely see the difference here. Wow, that is fire. And this gameplay seems to be pretty good too. Yeah, that looks awesome. Did not like that transition. Yeah, the dot art in this one is fantastic. Yeah, there's the two people, Electrodonator and Penguin Meme King. Solid stuff. Yeah, really cool level. I just wish the gameplay was honestly a little bit better. And I think a lot of that comes down to making sure that the stuff that you can't see is out of the way for the player. So if your clouds blocks would be in the way of the player, you flip it upside down so that the blocks are not interactable. And also like making sure transitions are aligned and well. So yeah. Okay, we're gonna play another old level we have not played yet. 1.0 by FNfuser. Now, we have played 1.zilch on stream, which is their second entry, but this was their first entry to the contest. And some of the more fun gameplay I experienced at the start of grading. Very simple style, as FNfuser usually does, but very fun level. With pretty good sync, too. Yeah, that just feels really fluid underneath the clicks there. Pretty good music sync with the background right there. I like the use of portals there to sync to the electronic instrument. Now, that right there was a bit of a blind jump, which I personally not a huge fan of, but I think a couple are okay, especially in a classic style level like this. Yeah, awesome stuff. I love having to use pads as obstacles. Those are always fun. Very fun level. They actually managed to outdo themselves with the gameplay in their second entry, which was also really cool to see if you guys caught that. But yeah, awesome, simple level. Does exactly what it was meaning to do. All right, let me highlight that one on our list, and let's play the now most recent entry. Another new entry here. I don't think I have this one downloaded because it's been disqualified. You know, they might have deleted it too. Hold on, let me take a look. Yeah, they deleted it. So in case you guys didn't know, Galaxy Fired entered the contest with an exact copy of their rated 1.0 level. So we're going to do the next newest then, which is a really cool and finished level. Rose Castle by Alex the Great 265. This is a level they never finished, so it's an unlisted level, but it is some of the coolest ideas in the contest. Like, this would have easily been my favorite if it got finished. I think I'm going to use pink for this. I think that might be recommended, but take a look at this. This level is really cool. First off, this castle design is so creative. I never would have thought of that. The door design's really cool. And the sync is insane. Yeah, this is so cinematic. Gameplay is also like really well thought out so far. The backgrounds are really reminiscent of the castle theme. Those vines look so cool. Alright, we're down in the depths with some of the coolest pixel art spider designs I've seen in this contest. That's so neat. Alright, back to more of this designs from the beginning. Once again, the sync and the gameplay is so good. Works so well with the music. And like this rocket part is so satisfying. Like, that's so satisfying. Death Moon styled ending there. And this is where it would continue, but they never got the chance to finish it. Yeah, so they were just missing one section there and some other polishing, but really, it would have been such a cool entry if they actually got finished, but they never actually got the chance to, so. Alright, I'm going to send a message here real fast. Okay. But yeah, that is some really cool stuff, really solid unfinished stuff. If you want to check it out, you can visit this ID and give them some support on that, because it's really well done so far. I'm very much a fan of that. All right, we're going to play another old entry here. I think, have I played this one on stream yet? Do you remember playing this one on stream? Part of me remembers playing it, but it might not have. In any case, I'll start playing it. If I see in the chat that we recognize it, I might stop, but this entry is really cool. The problem with it was that it lost quality in the latter parts, and I think you'll notice that when we play through it, because the beginning is really good, especially for how early in the contest this was. Like, this is really well done. And that Q would be like an awesome emote. Still got some solid design ideas going on here. It's getting a little emptier. And this is where I feel like it starts to lose its momentum, because the pulsing is gone and it's just a space section, which feels a little odd with this part of the song. I think it would have worked better with this next part. And then, as you can see, it gets the decoration just kind of falls off, which is a little disappointing, because the beginning was so solid. Gameplay is still pretty good, but the deco is not what it was. Yeah, I know quite a few judges who graded this one were quite disappointed by the quality fall off in the middle there, around 68%, because that beginning was really solid. So, yeah. Definitely a really cool level. Just check it out if you haven't yet. Okay. Let me find the next one. So that was our old level. We're going to play a new level now, which is going to be not that. Do I have it? I should have it saved. Oh, why is that not in my folder? Okay. Fantasy Burst by Goldcraft. To those who don't know, Goldcraft got this level in like a minute before midnight. Like, this was put in at like the last possible moment, which is crazy. I did leave the form open until like I woke up the next day, but this is technically the latest entry that was on time. I should be changing to yellow. It also got rated on the day shortly after its release, which is really, really cool. So let's take a look at it. Not a huge fan of that gameplay section right there. It was required too much of a precise timing to feel comfortable. Background syncs pretty nice to the music. And the designs look pretty cool. Yeah, some really nice gold designs here. Very diverse in the block design as well, which is always really cool to see. I like this part of the song. Not a fan of the song as it's entirely though, but yeah, really solid designs in this level. Gameplay's it works. It feels a little bit on the simpler side, but that's all right. This is very design carried. Some of the pads are hard to see with the recommended color. Would be one of my complaints of this, but otherwise, really solid stuff. Yeah, really glad it got rated too. It was like the 13th or something level rated in the contest, maybe 11th. But yeah, really solid stuff. I don't know why that wasn't in my folder. I should have everything, but okay. Let's go ahead and find another old level we've not played on stream yet. Aha. So some of you might be familiar with Epic X Gaming Space Station. We're going to play Space Station by Eat Ethan. So this is a entry by one of our newer builders pretty early in the contest. It originally had pink orbs, and I had to tell them to replace it, and they did replace it, so it is a valid entry to the contest. But I think you'll see the biggest problem that this level has. Okay, first off, we have colored decals, which is not great, but the gameplay in this is not very good. Like, you can kind of see what they were going for with this, but it's very inconsistent, and I haven't been able to make it work very well. The sync's also not too terribly great in this, but yeah, so like that's an inconsistency that changes just based on the seemingly random luck. Yeah, so you have to enter that very precisely or else it just kills you, which is really annoying. So I believe that's correct. There we go. Never mind. That's not how we do it. There it is. As you can see, extremely awkward. Blind orb, not fun. Gotta jump over that. Yeah, this is also riddled with secret way potential, so it's not very well test played or blocked. They still got really cool structures and stuff. Like, I can see there's definitely some really cool ideas behind this. Oh, that's... There we go. You have to treat those as, like, spider arms. Very unclear. Yeah, like, that's a cool gameplay gimmick right there. It just doesn't really... Nothing really works in this level. And there we go. We got a little bit of a title thing. They never added the end to the end, but hey, Maximo Queso. Yeah, it's got some cool stuff to it. It's just gameplay is not great. So very cool entry by one of our newer builders, which is awesome to see. So show that one some support if you want to. All right, we're gonna go ahead and head up to another new entry, newer entry, which is Fallen Skies by Oceanic Waves. All right, so this one recommends white or gray as player color, so we're going to use this gray. Yeah, I'll use this gray. So let's take a look at this one. Ooh, sorry, I had a computer pop up. I remember this one. I do think the orb needs to be moved in that portal. It's a little tricky to time that. Am I just going the wrong way? Oh wait, yeah, I remember this level. This level has like 2 separate routes for the entirety of it. Is what I remember. Do I have to take this route? Wait, no, that's a secret way. What? Oh, you have to be very precise in that. There we go. Yeah, this is like a huge multi-route level, so there's several ways you can do everything in this. My understanding. Although there is a big secret way problem at the bottom, which I understand they didn't fix because they ran out of time, is my understanding of it. But they can certainly fix that, because that would be not a great thing to have in your level. But yeah, the gameplay is honestly pretty good, except for the spots that are like insanely tight. Also, I love just how vast this level feels. Multi-route levels do such a good job of that, usually. And this one's no exception. Vastness is something that's kind of hard to create on the 1.0 scale. So always love to see when people give that a go. I jumped a little bit too early there. Yeah, those can be a little strange, but not too bad. Also just love how, like, ripped apart everything feels with the spike placement like that. Really cool. Gives a really nice effect. Not a huge fan of this gameplay. I seem to read through it quite well. That's awesome. That's a little blind. And again, they did run out of time, so. Really like the idea of using pads as liquid. That's really cool. Strong particle usage as well. I don't like when people do this with the orbs and the rocket parts. I guess when you gotta choose the orb, you got the hits. Yeah, really cool stuff. I got tap that one, right? There we go. And it does a nice job of kind of like wrapping things up. And we got a really cool end screen. Yeah. Really nice level. Don't look at my attempts. That was a little embarrassing, but yeah, enjoyed that one a lot. I think they did a nice job with the atmosphere, making it feel vast, making it feel ripped up and abandoned. Yeah, good work on that. Okay, let's go to another old one. We're actually cruising through the old ones so far. 1 minute 35 seconds by Mufti2809. So this level is... this one shocked me. It's really, really well done for what it wanted to do. And this is one of the earlier contest levels. I might have already played this one, but we're going to play through it again since it was not marked in my document. Actually, let me change my color here to Giga Collab Blue. Just Giga Collab's going really well. It starts off a little basic. Like, it doesn't look bad at all, but it looks maybe a little substandard. But each part just gets like a little better and better, which is really cool to see. Like this part, I love the shade of blue they use in the background and how everything looks slightly different on the upside down. Especially the like the castle-ish blocks. It's just like a really solid 1.0 styled level. Kind of reminds me of Zeitgeist. Yeah, I like the use of the spikes inside the block design. Very simple way of adding more detail. Of course, the dark part for this part of the song. I may have already played this one on stream. But I'm always willing to give this one another go. This level's awesome. Really like these hanging background details. They add a lot to this part. Time to shit. Much a little on the simple side, but it doesn't detract too much away from the level. Yeah. I feel like that is a classic 1.0 styled level done extremely well. Like, that's... they knew what they wanted to do and they executed it really, really well. Excellent work. I think some of the judges are also quite impressed by their quality in that. I've already played Zilch on stream, yeah, so... I played Zilch on one of the streams a while back. I don't know if I was on YouTube stream or not, but... Alright, we're going to play another newer level. This is Zinc by Zris23. Right. I don't remember if there's a color, and I don't have the list up, so we're just going to play with Giga Collab Blue and hope it'll be okay. This was made in 2 days according to the creator, so let's take a look at it. Hello everybody. I'm happy that I found the time to stream today, so because it's been a while. Oh, dang it. Sorry, my computer pulled up another tab. Let's try that again. Ah, yes. You gotta tap the right orbs in this sequence. So on any of them that are highlighted, you have to tap. Ugh. The gameplay, even with this, is really confusing. But it looks pretty cool. Really like the visuals they chose for this. I would have loved to see some backgrounds to match the music, though. Yeah, the problem with having them have to tap indicators is because it's really hard to see the indicators in 1.0 levels. Oh, I hope we can survive this. Oh, we survived. Okay. But it's got kind of that O gameplay. If you've ever seen Catgirl Blitz's O level, it's got that same style of gameplay. Quite a few people went for that. But really, really cool visuals. Would have loved to see maybe some more sync to the music, even though it's a calm song. Music sync is always wonderful. And gameplay is pretty freeing, but at the same time is a little confusing. So other than that, I think it's a very well done level. So yeah, especially for 2 days. That is awesome for 2 days. So let's do another old level here. Stuck in My Head by H5TF. So, I believe this is also one of our newer builders. And I hope this song isn't inappropriate or anything, because I remember one of these NCS songs are... Oh yeah, it's this song. Hold on. Let me mute it for a little bit. Alright, should be good now. Yeah, so what happens is they say the F word in the songs, and I don't want to get demonetized. Yeah, it's decent visuals. I definitely think it's a little bit too simple for the contest. Pretty good QBFO part though. Yeah, gameplay is actually just solid in this. For the most part. I definitely think the visuals could have had some more stuff to them. But solid gameplay otherwise. And I am very much not a fan of the NCS editions. Because a lot of them just aren't appropriate for the E-rated everyone game GD claims to be. I think it actually got bumped to teen because of various other stuff, but this is one of those songs that just like for no reason has the F word in it, which kind of just ruins the level for me. But otherwise, the actual level itself, very fun. Simple, but I like it. I just don't like the song. I think the song really actually detracts from it. Hey Maniac Dan, good to see you here. All right. The next newest one is a unlisted level. And you're never going to guess why it's unlisted. So this level is actually by Nitro 2. What happened was they made an 8-minute long level with like medium to hard demon gameplay. And guess what? The due date comes rolling around, and on the final day, they need a verifier. They couldn't find one. McChicken attempted. He got like 43%, or I think he even got farther than that, but couldn't verify it. So he uploaded it as an unlisted level because Nitro was asleep or something. So it's in the contest, but it's unlisted and unverified. So the only person that's going to be grading it is me, because I want to give everyone feedback. But we'll play through it, kind of show off what Nitro worked on for a whole bunch of his time in the contest. Right off the bat, you need to hit that upside down portal. Oh, we need to hit the right setup one as well. Oh no, I don't need to. I remember this being a quite difficult maze level. Everyone has trouble with this first maze. I'm gonna go down here. I'm gonna go up here. Alright, we're in Sector 2 now. I'm gonna avoid that cube portal. So it's broken up into a bunch of sectors. I think there's like 23 or something. Maybe 30. Yeah, this is one of the, what I would consider the 4 long levels of the contest. I don't like how there's hidden orbs in these clusters. It's a little irrational, but it does match the music, so it's pretty cool. There's the break part. That's really cool. I have to avoid these like energy beams or energy pulsing things. This says glow. This is attempt at glow. That's a style. I do think this part looks really cool. Alright, art. So we got some like Stereodemonist type art here, which is pretty cool. For the most part, the level plays pretty fine. Alright, simple 1.0 part. Kind of going through all the motions of the first couple 1.0 levels, which is really nice. Circuits. Yep. Classic circuit design for 1.0. I think it looks really nice. Yeah, once again, everything's pretty well done in this level. It's just a shame that they didn't keep in mind they had to verify it. I love the quarter look here. We're 25% the way through. I hope it doesn't become a laggy mess here. Circles. We got a part with some circle art here. And some not so easy timings. This is Sector 12. Oh, we actually have to go up there. Break part. So we're gameplay to the last break part. Add some consistency here. Alright, we got a cube up O part here. I love the lattice laying out with the chains. That looks really neat. Add some character to it. Usually these parts are really hard to decorate, and I think that's a good way to decorate them. Spikes. Ooh, really like the way this looks. Really utilizing the player color here. How am I supposed to enter this? Okay, you're supposed to hit it straight on then. Oh, it's just that go up there. Oh. That makes a lot of sense. That's really cool. Chains. What sector 15 is. I believe this is one of those spider orb things. Maybe not. Or just jump through that? Oh, I just have to jump through. Yeah, this part's pretty good. I always find difficult to comment on levels that are this long. It says club, so we're gonna get some club step monsters here. I love unique club step monsters, they look so fun. There we go. Sector 17, we're halfway there. I think it does a good job of keeping it from things getting boring. Also, still staying pretty cohesive because like every part looks different, which I love to see. Sorry, I had to itch. Orbs. Good song sync here. Entrance is number 20. So we're entering a bit of maybe a facility here. Once again, a really good job with the particles. I like those a lot. Factory. We got the core. It's a little weird shift gameplay, but so we're in the core of the facility, telling us we have danger. Reactor. And once again, the designs look pretty awesome. Warning. So something's probably going to go wrong here at some point. All of a sudden we got some fakes, which I'm not a huge fan of. Danger zone. This is sector 25. I think you get to choose which route you take. I took the bottom one. Fusion core. Love core style 1.0. They did a nice job with it there too. We're getting some warning signs here. Meltdown. Yeah, good use of background in this part. I would have maybe liked to see some more vibrant colors. This dull yellow-orange doesn't look the greatest for this part, maybe. Run! So we got another Cubifo here. And once again, using the background as kind of like a patterning to help make it look better is awesome. I think we're nearing the end here. Thank you, those who are still with me. Really good designs in the ending section there. This is the final sector. Not a huge fan of the designs there, but these look pretty good. Maybe some grid blocks in the background could have really added the extra touch in this part. Alright, this is the last sector. This is the exit. Don't like those jumps. Especially if how far we're in we are. Alright, we have reached the end here. And there it is. That is Block Factory. This is, again, by Nitro 2. They just never finished it and weren't able to upload it, so McChicken uploaded it for them. Awesome to see it. They spent a lot of effort into making that level, so I'm glad I was able to get entered to some capacity in the contest. Just a shame it wasn't a actually verified level, so yeah. I'm gonna play another old one here. Good Time by Code Machine. I think we played another Code Machine entry at one point, but let's see what this one is. The Code Machine is a newer builder as well, so yeah. Let's take a look at it. I hope I still have people in chat after that lengthy behemoth. Gameplay so far is pretty good. A lot of pulse sticks. Got some pretty cool ideas with the spike structuring forming. Ooh, nice coin route. Yeah, once again, a simpler 1.0 level, but I think it does a pretty good job at what it wants to do, which is always good to see. Oh, I forget how to do this. There we go. This part really adds in some more deco elements, which is really cool. Yeah, there's definitely some cool stuff in this. I do think it could have been had a little bit more decoration in some of the emptier spots, because these blackout parts look really cool. The other parts kind of feel like they're missing something, you know? Yeah, that one also ends really short. A little unfortunate, because I had it great going there. I would love to see that one be a little bit longer, so yeah. Still a pretty good level, does what it wants to do, which is always great. All right, we're gonna play another newer level, hopefully not as long as the one we just played. Oh, I already played that one on stream. I forgot to mark it down. Which means we're gonna go to all caps. If you all have not seen this level, this one is really good. The visual storytelling as almost a comic strip is excellently done, which is something you feel like is not possible in 1.0, but they were able to pull it off. I'm going to use orange for this level. I think it works really well for some of the later parts. So let's take a look at this one. All caps by The Real Darkness. Yeah, first off, they did a great job with the clouds here. Like, I remember them. They spent a lot of painstaking work to make sure that got just right. So these are like panels of a comic page or a comic book, which is really awesome. So he's killing that thing. Spike is the name of the antagonist in this. I don't know what this song is. Yeah, really cool cloud design. This is the city getting destroyed by Spike. Here's his beam. Operation Destruction is being unleashed by Spike here. As you can see, he is doing a lot of damage. These rounding blocks is really, really cool. And they did that with spikes, which is awesome. Designs are really cool as well, which is awesome to see. I think the gameplay is also pretty good. Alright, here's a major plot point in the comic. So, your cube gathers the diamond thing. You see Spike, you're pointing at Spike, and you get ready to fight. Yep, there he is, firing at you. He's trying to get away. Spike jumps. Oh no, Spike has escaped. Could a player be able to stop him? We'll see next time. So that's also tying into that comic book theme that it executes. Definitely a really cool level. This definitely deserves more support. So please copy this ID and play this level. Give this one a like and some more downloads. It's not even at 10 yet, and it's probably one of the coolest levels in the contest. Like, being so for real. This one's extremely underrated. So, definitely check this out. I highly, highly recommend it. Give it a play yourself. Okay. Alright, probably have like another half hour or so for this. Next level is another one of my personal favorites. Exploration by John. This was like entry 49 or so. It was around that in the contest, like entry 49 to 50. And this level is very well done. Something that you will notice in this is the sync is incredible to the song. Like, let's check it out. It kind of speaks for itself. The designs are really well done. I love the mix of the dock style with the design style. And then you also got some of the other arts on top. It works really well. Also, I think the gameplay is spectacular in this. Ooh. Love the white spikes contrasting with the other stuff. It looks really good. Yeah, and there it is. This level does an extremely nice job of syncing not just with the gameplay and decoration of the song, but everything all together. It's like a perfectly done package of a 1.0 level, and I really, really like it for that. Everything works so well together. It's been sent a few times, but it's been really close to getting seen by Robtop on the sent page, but it hasn't happened yet. And I really hope it does, because this level deserves it. It deserves to be rated. Definitely a cool level. Just go check out. I very much enjoy that one. All right, one of our newer levels. Anarchy by J.D. Jennett. Sorry, y'all, my girlfriend's right next to me and she's trying to communicate to me right now. Is that right? All right, let's play through this one. Now, I do have some opinions about this level that I'll share in a little bit, but something that's really cool is they made their own QR code for the Nong. So, the song that we have right now might not sync entirely, but we'll give it our best shot. So here we go. Something to note right off the bat is the designs in this are very well done. All right, we're starting to see a little bit about my grievance with this. Are you kind of seeing what I don't like about this level? If you said flow gameplay where the portals block the gameplay, you'd be correct. This is kind of part of how J.D. Jennett builds gameplay. Their Giga Collab part is a similar feeling to it, but I really don't like this. It feels extremely awkward to play and it's extremely learny. Because you kind of just have to know where things are. Then again, the decoration in this is really well done. Like, don't get me wrong, it's extremely good. Like, that wave section is really cool. Yeah, I just feel like there's more clicks than there needs to be in this. So I'm not entirely sure what I need to do here. Oh, I need to hold. That's what I need to do. There we go. But then, here's the annoying thing. You have to hold and then you have to release. Or else you die and then you have to hold again. In that extremely blind transition. Which is really hard to do. Like, outstandingly hard to do. And that's kind of you kind of see some of that problem throughout the entire level, is that the gameplay in segments is fine, but the transitions between the parts are really hard to read. Otherwise, excellent designs in this. Some of the coolest designs, honestly, in the contest. Just the gameplay is definitely not up my alley, and I think it definitely could have done with some more test playing. I also understand though that they probably ran out of time, which was a common problem in this contest. So, yeah, really cool stuff. You can give it you can check it out by finding that ID in the replay of the video. All right, here's another older level. Some of you might be familiar with this one. This is Into the Night Sky, another one of my personal favorites from the contest. I really like this level. I was a little hesitant on it to start, but the more I played it, the more I really learned to enjoy this. And something that I think is really special about this level is its atmosphere. It does an excellent job with that, excellent job with sync. As well as it kind of feels like, if you ever played my level Golden Haze, this is everything I wanted Golden Haze to be. Like, I love what I've done with Golden Haze, but like this level takes like the ideas that I had in Golden Haze and just kind of blows it through the roof, which it wasn't even meaning to do. Because it was originally supposed to use green. So I think that's really cool. The theme is just presented so well in this. Not to mention, it's also really fun to play. This city part's really cool. Very simple way to design it, but it works extremely well. I like how it gets darker as you play through it, because we're entering the night sky, which matches the song title. And this is one of the prettiest parts in a level. Where you're just flying through and seeing everything that's pulsing around you. And how it fits with the music. I love that so much. We get that iconic star that's a emoji inside the server. We're one of the first people to do this pad gameplay inside the rocket part as well. Great way to do the credits. Really love the swirling wind. You'd also think that'd be the end, but it's not. It keeps going. And there's the end, right when the song returns. Yeah. Genuinely such a well done level. I'm actually kind of shocked it didn't get featured, to be honest. I think if a mod had actually sent it for Epic, it would have. But one of my personal favorites. I think it did an incredible job representing its song. Once again, though, my personal favorites does not mean it's going to score high. I do not grade my personal favorites high. In fact, a lot of my personal favorites didn't score very well. So that's just kind of the way a contest works. But I do want to release a list after all this is done of like my top 10, top 15 favorite levels, because I think there's definitely some that need the attention of just how good they are. All right. I'm thinking we play 3 more levels and then call it a night. My girlfriend looked at me sad. How many should I play? 5 more levels and call it a night. All right, next one is Love you too, darling. Wilting Glass by Ambersant. So, I was actually blown away when I first saw this level because Ambersant is not in the Discord. So, they also discussed entering the contest a long time ago, or a while ago, and they were working on this. And this level is really well done, in my opinion, from when I played through it. Like, they did a really good job. That being said, it is really hard. But that gameplay sync is really good. Once again, I'm not a huge fan of hiding the orbs in the portals. I think that does obscurify a lot of the gameplay. There's also quite a few blind jumps, but like, design-wise, this is excellent. Kind of reminds me of Kinda Expert style. And I don't think the gameplay is necessarily bad, other than the blind jumps. It's just very hard. It's one of those like learny hard demons. Because it syncs really well to the music. All things considered. I also love claustrophobic feeling levels, and this one certainly delivers on that. And there it is, yeah. So, really, really cool designs. Gameplay, very learning. I think it will be a very fun level if you have the skill for it and can learn it. And I do plan on playing through it a couple times in practice mode when I have to grade it. But yeah, I think Breakcord Hard Demon matches that very well. They definitely sought out and did what they wanted to do, which is great. So, let me mark that down. All right, it's back to an older level here. Another one that's pretty popular, Adventure to Unknown. I don't know why Unknown is spelled that way, but this is by Nexter, who got mods shortly after this level's release, which is really, really cool. See you, Maniac Dan. Thanks for joining the stream. But this level is very well done, and it kind of serves as a memoriam for their years of playing the game, and getting a mod at this point was like a perfect memorial marker. This is another one of the levels I would love to see get rated, and probably one of the most diverse in its designs. Nexter is not afraid to experiment around, and you'll see that as we play through this. Like already I've never seen like this design, for instance, used in a level. Some really cool like 3D-esque blocks. They kind of pop out, and then here we have actual 3D. There's a bit of like a glitch effect going on the sides. They're using that with the block fade triggers, I think. Other than that, my computer is lagging. Yeah, this part's really memorable in this level. You have to avoid the pads. It comes a little harder on the upside down. Good job so far. Another really cool part here. The chains really add a lot on the sides there. Like the way this part feels. Gotta jump that. This design is really interesting. I haven't seen this before in the contest. Some cool clouds. And we got a little bit of themed 1.0 here. With a little bit of a construction building. Not a huge fan of this section. Also, don't think it syncs very well with the song. This whole level does, but... Hey, what you gonna do? Love the boxes in this part. That's one of those situations where if you don't time it right, you mess up the hold, which I'm not a huge fan of. Once again, the designs in this are just so diverse and so interesting. Even though it's like a 4-minute long level, it doesn't feel like it when playing through it. It's entertaining all the way through. Yeah, some tricky platforms there because they have spikes on them. I managed to clear it first try. This part has a really cool floor. Which, once again, like you don't see very often in some of the other entries. Nexter really took it upon himself to make some really creative stuff here. And I would love to see this one get rated at some point. It's been sent a lot of times. I think I just opened Curse Forge. Oh, frick. Anyway, end of a simple 1.0 part. Yeah, I'm really starting to lag because of that. Oh, God. I need to close that. Let me close it after I complete this. So sorry about that. GD really needs to find a way to keep the cursor inside its game, because this is annoying. I do not speak Spanish. Sorry. Alright, yeah, so that's Adventure 2 Unknown. I really hope this one gets rated, especially since it's by a mod. I feel like it should get rated. It's kind of absurd that it's not been rated yet. But yeah, really cool stuff. Really cool level. I love how diverse it is. Alright, let's do another newer level. This is an unlisted level, an unfinished one. I can find it. I don't know if I have it saved or not. There it is. Anchorman by MacBook Pro 16. I think it's actually 1+6, but they reached the deadline and they were unable to finish this level. But this is a remake of Menace inside 1.0. This is the same person who remade Boobawamba in 1.0. So, but this is an unfinished level. So there's not decoration for everything, and it has to be marked as unlisted, unfortunately. We can kind of see what they were going for with it, which is some really cool stuff. Like, the decoration in this is crazy with what they got done. As you can see, this part's a little empty, and I don't think they had the time to finish it. And then we just have like kind of layouts. So it's going to be pretty much a layout for the next couple of, for like the next minute or so. Very interesting way to do layouts, by the way. The layout was very promising. We've got a little bit of decoration here. I do hope this level gets finished once the contest grading is all done, because it's quite well done from what we've seen so far. And the gameplay is also really fun. I would love to see what they have for the full plan on this. Blind jump there, but I think all of these are blind jumps, which I think you just have to hold in this section, actually. Which, in the actual level, would ideally say hold. But really cool arts here. Very reminiscent of the actual level Menace. We gotta keep holding here. Really cool hand art. You'll see a little bit of that hand art inside the Giga collab as well. They did a great job with their part. Some pretty cool designs here. And once again, this is not an entirely finished level. We can kind of get an idea of how grand of a project this was going to be. It might still be, actually. And there it is. Oh, that's awesome, Inky. Glad to hear that. Yeah, once again, an unfinished level, but it showed incredible potential. I would actually love to see MacBook finish this on their own time. So, great stuff so far. How? Why you hit me with your blanket? Okay. The next level is a disqualified level. Take a guess about why this level might have been disqualified. I'm a bit curious to see what your guesses are in chat. I think it'll become apparently evident when I play through this. But take guesses if you haven't yet. Really fun gameplay. But $37 seconds. Not to mention, there's also this part right here where they just put stuff on no touch for some reason. Like, you just go through these, what should be solid structures. There also used to be so many 1.0 violations until I told them to fix it, but they never fixed the length. It's way too short for the contest, so I unfortunately had to disqualify it. But as an actual level itself, gameplay is extremely solid. The decoration is honestly not too bad, but man, you didn't make it long enough, and it's just like I can't make an exception for that. That is a automatic disqualification. You have to have at least 45 seconds. So, yeah, quite unfortunate. But that is Watcher by Star Sniper 9. It's actually a fairly decent level if you overlook the no touch part. All right, I will do 2 more levels here. Hop 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 by Cubics Rube. Interesting enough, Cubics Rube is actually going to be building the Giga Club either now or soon, so should be interesting to see. I don't remember this level very well, so let's take a look at it. This is one of our newer levels. All right, so we got a lot of yellow orbs here. Very fitting for its name. Ooh, that's a really abrupt turnaround. Yeah, some very it's a bit spammy in the decoration, but it does add some cool visuals. What am I doing there? There we go. That doesn't feel alright. Ooh, that ground does not look good. Oh, you have to do that. You have to act like a spider orb. Not a huge fan of that. That's really unintuitive. A cube UFO. Don't know if I did that right, but Some cool portal stuff to end things out. We enter the last section. Yeah, some really precise gameplay when it feels like there doesn't need to be. So maybe a bit unbalanced, but... No, really like that end art. That end art's really cool. Otherwise, yeah. Some really cool visual stuff and really nice end art. Gameplay, unfortunately, just feels a little bit unbalanced to me, so... Yeah. Cool stuff nonetheless. That's Hop 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 by Cubic Zero. Okay. We'll do 2 more here. Alright, this one's been sent quite a few times. You might have seen this on Sent Tab. This is Head and Heart by Russian Rob Top. Let's give it a play. Alrighty, we're kind of getting a cool vibe. I'm not a huge fan of this beginning of the song. I like how the lyrics are kind of plastered on the billboards there. Great transition into the space part. This part's really cool. It's a flower that looks like it came straight from Frozen Flowers, but I can understand the appeal of having that at the end of the level. Really cool level, honestly. They say inspired by Into the Night Sky, but honestly, it really feels like its own level. So, not entirely sure what took inspiration. Maybe the ending there, but I think it does a really nice job with what it meant to do, and the vibes in that level were pretty cool. Some people aren't vibing very well. That is all right. I think that level was pretty much a vibe. All right, this will be the last level. It's a newer level for tonight. Oh, boy. This is Ruinstrawn Precipice by Omnibudger Regar. Recommends player color 29. Okay, so I would like all of you to take a look at the requested star value and know that we are not going to see this in this level. The creator has severely underrated their difficulty. In fact, the gameplay in this is surely something. Take a look. Stop. So you do a whole lot of nothing to start off this level. So you have a 32% intro where you don't have to do like a thing. No, it's longer than that. It's like a 38% intro. And then you're thrown into this. Like Blind Jump City. Like, it's so hard to see that orb, and you have to hit it exactly perfectly, or else you miss the upside down portal and hit the spike. I think wait. You gotta tap it like that, which is not intuitive at all. So that's the coin route. We're not going to take that right now. Oh yeah, there's no cheating this gameplay either. But visuals are outstanding. I'm going to get this O part, but it's really hard to tell where you need to go without dying. This section's pretty good. Once again, visuals are outstanding. It's just the gameplay is really blind jump heavy and certainly not 4 stars. Yeah, pretty short for a level as well, but it does meet the minimum length requirement. Yeah, this is not even close to 4 stars. I believe this meets the minimum length requirement, right? Yeah, 57 seconds. This level is honestly one of the most underrated levels in the contest. And you also have to think about that gameplay. You have to, every time you want to replay the level, you got to sit through 40% of nothing. So only 60% of the level has gameplay, and the gameplay is really, really blind jump heavy. This deserves to be actually 8 or 9 stars, if even that. It's very underrated, and honestly the gameplay score might suffer a little bit from that, because that is not easy. All right, I think that's where we're going to have to end it. And my girlfriend just gave me the ugliest stare I've seen in a while. I think she wants me to play a little bit more.
Ugly.
No, not ugly, but like, yeah, stern, sinister. Don't kill me. I guess we're gonna play a little bit more. She's, in case you guys don't understand, she's playing The Sims next to me and wants to play The Sims more.
I'm fine to like go to bed if you stop.
She doesn't want to go to bed. Okay, we'll play a little bit more. Y'all know it. It's spiced. Probably one of the best well done levels that hasn't been rated yet. In fact, it hasn't gotten very many sends. It's gotten perhaps 4 compared to the other levels that have like 16. This level deserves more, honestly. It's really, really good. Already the gameplay is fantastic. The visuals are outstanding. I remember seeing previews for this level and I was just flabbergasted by how well they did everything. Oh, this is auto. It's really hard to see that. Really cool cursive font. Hornware would be proud of that. It's one of the first entries that made like those hands, which is really cool. Yeah, you gotta keep in mind how early this entry was. Like, this was before Aether Construct, which was like entry 100. This is like entry 70 or something. We got some really cool gear designs. You're jumping on debris as it explodes. Everything syncs really well together, especially to the music. I love the way this ending syncs. Those clicks might be a little bit delayed. Look at that exit sign. That's so cool. It's like a Portal exit sign. If you've not played Portal, you definitely should. Portal's awesome. But genuinely stunning level, especially for how early it is. Like, when I was planning out the 1.0 gauntlet, 1.0 gauntlet as a list, I genuinely thought Spiced would be the last entry to the list, or the second last entry to the list. I was not expecting Blackbird Secret Stage to get rated as fast as it did, and this to remain unrated. I thought this would get rated instantly because of just how awesome it is. This deserves featured, according to what I think the rate standards are. I really want to see that get rated. It's so underrated at the moment. All right. Once again, though, the rate standards don't mean the grading standards, so we'll have to see how that one gets graded. Oh boy. Empty Da Fumble Dryer by Monochromacity. They changed their name. If you've ever seen Loadin' the Fishwasher by Coco43, this is a 1.0 reimagination of that level. And as you can imagine, the gameplay is wonky as hell. This was made in the last 5 days of the contest and actually got verified before anyone's judged it, so which is really cool. Okay. So this looks to be the last one we're going to do. My girlfriend has said one more, so this will be the last one we're going to play through. Of course I'm going to out you. This is one of those levels that I'm pretty sure is just very learny and gets pretty fun once you learn how to play it. So we're just gonna troubleshoot our way through this today. Because I did not learn this yet. Another cool thing to note about this level is that it has no spikes, which is really cool from a gameplay standpoint, but what it does mean is our decoration is not very strong, especially for how little time this person had to make their level. What am I doing here? Ooh, that's really tight timing. Syncs pretty well, though. I think I'm doing pretty good. Alright, we're about halfway through. Yeah, quite a brutal experience if you do not have this learned. Definitely one of the harder entries to this contest. What am I supposed to do there? Oh, I'm not doing it right. There we go. This part seems pretty nice in comparison. Maybe not. Once you kind of know how this gameplay plays, I'm sure it's really fun. At the moment, I'm kind of struggling a little bit. Yeah, definitely something not too great visually, but gameplay-wise, extremely creative. Yeah, and the no spikes part also adds a lot to its creativity. Definitely one of the more creative levels gameplay-wise, so love to see it. All right, y'all. That is about all I have time for today. So, I hope you enjoyed the stream. No level requests today as I don't have the time for it at the moment. But hope you enjoyed today's stream. And I'll catch you in the next one. Hoping to stream a little bit sooner than I did this last time because I was quite busy. So, all right. Thank you all for joining. Go ahead. Goodbye. And have a good night or day, depending on where you live.